the shots that Bronny did make last night, including that first one, which was to Paul's point, the key one, man, because he came off a little tripped a mid-range jumper.
Yeah.
If we have these, here we go.
Came off the dribble handoff, boom. Here we go.
And he goes straight up. That looked good to me.
Right out the gate.
That looked like
the mechanics are there. We never said nothing like. There's certain guys you look at and you say, how does that even go in?
Yeah.
Like, he got good mechanics.
That worked.
Yeah, that worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, attack the rim, get some dribble handoff. You see these the motions they're putting him in now. He's not just standing in the corner. Now you got somebody
Here's the shot.
who can make a play for him.
Okay, that tied the game with 3.5 minutes left. Here we go again.
Yeah, this is the first shot. That's the so
that was sweet.
Yeah, they put him in action to where he can throw. He's not like look now.
That was just a loose ball.
Loose ball. Yeah, but he's being active. Yeah. But he's being active.
He was.
So we like that.
A little of dad there, just a little.
See, Skip, you say that, you can't do that.
I can't help it.
You did service now.
A little bit. Okay, so I want to fixate and focus on that last three-point shot. That's Bronny James to me. I saw him make them in the fourth quarter of the McDonald's All-Star game against high-level competition. That's what that young man can do, where he's in the corner, and he got it, and he shot it like he meant it. And it was a big shot because it did tie the game. And I've said from the start, that kid's got clutch gene in him. He will take and make those big shots. And I do not doubt that he will make some of those kind of shots for the Lakers alongside his father in some big game down the road, 30 minutes a game. But if he gets some run with them, he's highly capable of making that kind of shot because that looked right to me. That just looked like a kid. When it left his hand, I said, I like that.
And even if it's not with the big boys and he's in the G League doing that same thing and develop it, I'll accept that too. I'll accept that as well. It doesn't have to necessarily be with his dad. It could be with the G League team, and he's putting in the work and getting comfortable doing that. So when he moves up, Skip, it'll be just like second nature to him.
Yeah, I mean, what we got to understand is, listen, he went high school, college, and now the pros. You guys got to understand there's a certain nervousness that comes when you start getting to the next level.
Oh, yeah.
And so, you know, we want to ridicule him for his struggles. He's not the first one to struggle coming out. I mean, like we just seen the other day, Alex Sarr went 0 for 15.
His last name ain't James, and we don't care.
Yeah, but
his last name is James.
Even though that kid was the second pick in the draft.
He's the second pick.
I get it.
Yeah.
We don't. Did we cover it? Did we cover it at all?
I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there, though.
We're covering this.
You know, most number 2 picks are projected to be all-stars and franchise guys. So, like, you know, I can't remember the last number 2 pick that went 0 for 15 in the summer league. Like, you know, this guy's supposed to be a starter. Number 2 pick is supposed to be a starter in the NBA. So you don't come in the
It's also
summer
harder
league.
when you're 7 feet tall to go.
Yeah, like how
can't you just get one
like
dunk?
a tap in or something?
Yeah, no, all that is true. His last name ain't James.
No.
That's the only problem.
And it came and it went.
Yeah, right.
The problem is Bronny James, and we are going to dissect every single thing he does.
Yeah. And the only thing I hope for him is, you know, when the shots aren't falling, there's things you can control out there, like your defense and your effort. So I'd like to see him pick that up. Like, it can't be one or the other. Like Keyshawn said, well, he did this the other game, but then he scored this game, but didn't have assists or rebounds.
But now you just put it all together.
Yeah, so now you got to, like, all right, let's put the steals, the rebounds, all that together when the shot is not falling. That's something that you can control on a night-in and night-out basis, and that's all. So, you know, it's summer. He's here to develop. We like what we saw. Hopefully he can continue this with his confidence, and that's all I want to see him, is just play with confidence. Yeah. That's it.
So in his on-court interview with ESPN right after the game, that kid looked relieved to me. He looked happy to me because he should have been. And his father said in a big interview, 10 days ago, you don't understand about my son. He doesn't give a F. He just goes home and plays video games. Part of that might be true, but he does give something about playing this game that way. And it was, I think it was eating at him. I think it was hanging over him that he was 0 for 15 from 3 in those first 4 games and 7 of whatever he was, 31 from the floor. So I was happy for him because he looked and sounded so happy after the game. Okay, so does this Should we raise the bar at all for him?
No.
Should we expect
This
more?
is summer league.
No.
Right now, he's trying to work on. He's working. It's like we building this Lego. We working on certain parts right now.
That's why I said game 1, game 2, game 3,
Yeah.
game 4. Now put it all together and give me a complete game.
Okay, were you expecting that? It was game 3. You said this is his breakout game, and it took to game 5 for him to have kind of a breakout. I mean, he didn't score
He
30
finally got my
points.
12.
Yeah.
He said
He
he
did.
did.
He finally got my 12 points.
12,
And that's okay because, again, in summer league, he's still learning to be a professional. You know, and the interesting thing, and we'll obviously touch up on it later on in the show, this is one of the reasons I believe whenever he gets the opportunity to play with his dad and whoever else is on the court, those veteran guys will teach him along the way. Okay? Right now, his father's teaching him on the telephone.
Yes.
Or FaceTime, or whatever they're doing to communicate.
I agree.
That's how he's teaching him.
Yep.
By telling him to stay aggressive, by telling him do certain things, don't, yeah, he has a coach, but guess what? The coach ain't the same as the father that's one of the greatest to ever do it.
No.
So he's listening to his dad.
And JJ's sitting in the second row or whatever.
Yeah, but JJ's not coaching.
No.
He's sitting there, just monitoring the situation, trying
I'm
to
sure
see
he's
those guys on.
talking him up before the game.
Probably talking to him in the locker room or something like that. But it's a little different when you got Pops post-game and you're in your hotel room and you ask him, what you think? And then he tells you, boom, 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 boom. That's a little different than a coach talking to you.
Well, they put him in some action finally, and this is what I was asking. He the other games, he stood in the corner a lot. So now they put him in a dribble handoff action to where I feel like that's where he could be at his best. Like you saw him, like think about this, the first game, he got a bucket off the dribble handoff, got a layup.
Yeah, the
Game
layup
one.
to the cup.
Remember that?
Yeah, uh-huh.
So now I haven't seen him do much of that with him,
No.
and now we see him, all right, they put him in that action again
He knocked
last
down a
night.
couple shots.
And he came out, ripped the first jumper, got a layup on the second one. And once you do that, your confidence seems to turn, especially with, a lot of these open shots that you admit. Then he makes an open shot. Then he hits a 3 off the dribble, So that all led to all the other baskets. So I like that they put him in some action to where, like, yeah, I'm over here sitting cold. I'll go down the court 10 straight trips, and then all of a sudden I get the ball, and I'm like, I get a shot up. Like, it's hard to play that way. You got to be he's a rhythm player. And you have to be in rhythm to do things like he's not a natural shooter. Some guys are just natural shooters. He's not a natural scorer. He's a rhythm. He needs a rhythm to his game. And so they got him in a little
Would you
rhythm.
call Connect a natural scorer?
Yeah,
from what
Connect
you've
is
seen?
more of a natural scorer.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just tell his aggressiveness, the way he's always looking to score. Bronny is more of a, let me play the right way,
Yep.
the extra pass, the okay, if I got the shot, I'll take it. But, that's more of his game, so.
Hey, one thing about Connect so far, if he feels leather touch his hands, he's just going to shoot it.
Yeah, without
Right?
a doubt. Without a doubt.
One of those guys.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. That's what I was a scorer. I mean, what you want me to
hot
do?
dog.
Hey, listen, man, don't be. I'm not here to be dishing out 10 assists like y'all drafted me to score.
Which means as soon as the ball touches your hands,
I'm
your first
open.
thought is not, who's open?
No,
I'm open.
Let me
right?
tell you, a scorer, we think like Keyshawn, who a receiver, they think they always open. I was always, and if you get the ball down the court, you hot. Just like a receiver, he thought he was always open.
They would call plays in the huddle, and I knew where the ball was going. I tell the dude, you go to the X, man. I'm gonna take the Z. Because I knew where the ball was going.
You would switch
You're damn
positions
right.
on the fly?
On the fly. Because you know everything. You know the system.
Yeah.
And I know where the ball is going.
Wait,
I'm
what about
gonna
that
do this.
11th man that you have to depend on every play who's sitting upstairs calling the play?
Well, you
Right?
just don't even pay him no attention.
Okay, well,
Don't pay him no
Don't pay him no attention.
Well, it's kids.
If the
Hey,
play is
look,
called, he can't change the play now. We're in the
talking
huddle.
about I'm a hot dog.
what
This
if
is a
he called
team
the
player.
play
This is a
for
team player
X
right
and
here,
you're
ain't
not
that?
the X?
No, then I'm going to go to the X.
I
a
know,
great
but
team
maybe
player,
he called
man.
it for somebody else because he thought they were a little hotter than you were.
No, we're not doing that. And there is no
Not
other
doing
option.
that.
So is that calling hot dog in football?
Yeah, that's hot dog.
That's hot dogging right there,
Yeah,
Skip.
for sure.
Did you ever play with a receiver you thought was better than you in pro football? Did you?
No.
Yeah, in
Not
Tampa
once?
Bay. In Tampa
I was
Bay.
gonna say.
In
No,
Tampa
no,
Bay.
Not at all.
Nope.
Never.
Who was that?
Keyshawn was in Tampa
You
Bay.
talking
He
about-
was the
it was-
equivalent
it was,
to Washington Paul.
Man, you don't shut your ass up. K-Mac, Keenan McCardell
Yeah,
was my other
McCardell.
guy, and JoJo Vicious.
Yeah.
Washington,
Different than
Paul, and Tampa Bay Keith.
K-Mac was legit.
He was pretty good.
He's legit. He was legit, but wasn't nobody better than me. I don't give a damn who they were.
Oh.
Not on my team. I don't care what nobody said.
There was this Jerry Rice guy.
He wasn't on my team.
I know, I got it. There was this Michael Irvin guy.
He wasn't on my team.
He didn't play
He
with
wasn't on
Mike.
my team.
Oh, okay.
And if I played with Mike, Mike would have been second fiddle. I don't give a damn what. I don't care what Mike said.
No way.
I don't care what the
Not the
playmaker said.
playmaker, not the playmaker.
would have been second fiddle.
No, not the
Yeah,
playmaker.
okay.
Michael Irvin, are you listening?
No,
Yeah,
no,
he listening.
No.
He'll call me, I'm sure.
He might call
I'm not
us.
taking no
He might
backseat to
call in.
nobody, man.
Man, we're going to have to get a call
I ain't
in
taking no
from them.
backseat to nobody, Paul. Come on, stop. Maybe Jerry.
Keyshawn,
Maybe Jerry.
88 was the playmaker.
Jerry.
He was.
88
the
was
playmaker.
legit.
He was.
Ain't no question about it.
Ah,
I held my own. I ain't worried about it.
okay.
Oh,
Well, you still talk a good game. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Hey, man, all you got to do is put it in the film. Film don't lie. Eye in the sky don't lie, Paul.
Eye in the sky don't lie.
We might get a call from Keenan McCardell.
Hey, eye in the sky don't lie.
Oh, man. I don't know.
Okay, we got to talk about the other big game last